welcome to tonight's non-conference matchup between the Sevastopol Pioneers and the Winnebago Lutheran Academy Vikings. To honor America and those defending our freedom, we ask those who are able to please stand, remove your hats, and place your hand over your heart for the playing of our national anthem. The WLA requires good sportsmanship by student athletes, coaches, and spectators at education-based interscholastic events. We request your cooperation by supporting the participants and officials in a positive manner. Profanity, racial, sexist, and ethnic comments or other intimidating or taunting actions or chants will not be tolerated and are grounds for removal from the site of competition. Please enjoy the game in a positive manner. And now for the starting lineups for tonight's game. First of all, for the Pioneers. Number 1, Joanna Andre. Number 2, Bailey Ricola. Number 4, Sasha Laxinen. Number 6, Madeline Volkman. Number 12, Zoe Rose Eid. Number 13, Rebecca Andre. And number 14, Samantha Difford. And now the starting lineup for your WLA Vikings. Number 17, Andrea Kalo. Number 7, Geneva Hewitt. Number 8, Mary Zunker. Number 9, Kaylee Fry. Number 10, Melina Dins. Number 15, Elena Supernan. And number 22, Sabrina Bernhardt. The referees for tonight's game are Paul Lane and Ann Abel. The line judges are Christine Schimmick and Daryl Hansen. Enjoy the game.
Well, I want to welcome you in here tonight Glad to have you along, and they waste no time getting going. I'm Jordan King, and we have a whistle early on. I didn't hear a whistle either, so just a little bit quick on the trigger there was the libero for the Sevastopol Pioneers, who come into this game 1-1 on the season, and once again want to welcome you into the campus of Winnebago Lutheran Academy. We'll tell you about both of these rosters. WLA 0-2 on the season, dropped a tough one last Friday night, and that's a good swing from number 6 and the first kill of the night, Madeline Volkman for Sevastopol, who coming off their first win of the campaign. They had a 3-2 5-set win over Clintonville. Got swept early on in the season by Green Bay Preble. And there's the first swing of the night for Geneva Hewitt and her first kill of the night, which will send the freshman Milena Dins back to the service line for her first and the Vikings' first opportunity. And the jump serve will find its way in, dealt with well by the Pioneers, and there's a swing. Second kill of the evening for Volkman. Good start for her. This is Sasha Laxonen. Dug out by the libero for the Vikings this time is Kalo. Vikings didn't have a libero the last time out. Here's a free ball for Sevastopol. It's not going to drop for Elena Supernant, who was scrambling to get that back over the net 3-1. But it's Kalo tonight as the libero for the Vikings. Second opportunity at the service line for Laxonen. Ends up with the Supernant swing. Dug out well by Sevastopol, and they'll just get it over the net. Zunker set middle this time to Fry. Hits it. And this one is wide off to the right. 4-1. Good start for the Pioneers. Vikings lost a 4-set match at Mayville. Came back home, lost a 5-setter. They were up 2-0. That serve is long for Laxonen. And the Vikings will get another attempt here from the service line with Geneva Hewitt. And the Vikings not able to finish that out despite the 2-0 set lead on Friday. Sabrina Bernard into the game. As Kalo will take a seat. 2-4. Hewitt, that was a terrific serve by Geneva Hewitt. Good swing on this near side, and yet another kill for the Pioneers. I couldn't tell if that was Andre or Volkman. Either way, that was a vicious hit. Big left-handed spike, and a finish. Here's Ricola with the serve. Check that. That is Quellar. Ends up with, for the Vikings, Kaylee Fry. Here's a middle set for the Pioneers. Fought for at the net. Fry wins that one. And this one's kicked up, saved, still playing. And now they'll give the point to the Vikings. I think it was hit twice in a row by 13, Rebecca Andre. And that's why they have the stoppage there. Vikings win the point. 3-5, they trail. And here comes Siri Kuski. This was a very dynamic rotation for the Vikings on Friday. Kuski at the service line did a lot of damage against the Warriors. Nice job by Hewitt there to get a hand on it. Caught Sevastopol napping a little bit. And the second of the evening for Geneva Hewitt, able to get that one to go. Here's a second serve. This one was a great one from Kuski. Dug out by the Pioneers. Saved by Hewitt. Over by Kuski. Free chance here if Sevastopol can get control of it, but it's going to end up free back to the Vikings. Here's Kuski. Sets middle. That's Peyton Chemnitz. Chemnitz just looped over the block and found the court just inside of that blue line. First kill for Peyton Chemnitz. Ties this up at 5. Good swing. So here we go again with a potential Siri Kuski run. Yeah, this one's a little bit better. And a nice swing by Joe Andre, her second kill of the evening. And a very intelligent one as well to just loop that over the block. Caught the Vikings a little bit off balance with the change of pace on that. Here's Rebecca Andre, that goes into the net and ties things back up. Elena Supernan back to the service line. She led the Vikings in kills on Friday. Good service this time, dug out by the libero Ricola, and a free ball comes back to the Vikings. Kuski will set it up. Din's first swing of the night, and this one's into the tape. I think we'd probably call that a block. I think there was a Sevastopol player that got their hand on that one to deny it. Don't think it was just off of the net. But nonetheless, however it happened, it results in a point for the Pioneers. This is a better set from Kuski. And punishing the Pioneers is Dins, her first kill of the night. Took her a couple of tries, but got that one in. Kalo back to the service line. She'll place it in. Half the battle, and this is the case for a lot of teams, but especially for the Vikings. This is blocked, but out of bounds. So the Vikings going to have a nice 2-0 run here as Dins hits it off the block. But half the battle for the Vikings is just getting their serves in play. Make the other team play defense, and trust yourself playing defense as well. Here's a free chance for the Vikings. Kuski going to set to Dins. She's hot right now. This time dug out, but a good idea to get it over that block. Dins able to keep it, tipped by Chemnitz. Pioneers going to get a chance, tips it off the block. That's number 14, Sam Difford, her first kill of the night. Good start for both of these teams. We saw a match on Friday that featured a lot of unforced errors both ways. The first two set, Waupun probably couldn't have played any worse. And then obviously Waupun really turned it on to be able to come back from 2 sets to none and win that in 5. This is off the tape on the swing. Kuski's going to look far side. Dins cross court, dug out well there, and it's going to be a free ball coming back. No, it's deep. Good swing from Dins, put the pressure on the Pioneers and forced an error. 1 point Viking lead. Mary Zunker back in. Mary is one of the 2 setters, her and Siri Kuski. Another free ball for the Vikings. Where will Zunker go? She'll go back to Dins. Dins cross court, dug out well. Thought I heard a whistle. Did hear a whistle, and there was net interference from the Pioneers. 10-8. Vikings settling in well. They were down 2-0 and then 5-2. And since then, played extremely well, have a 2-point lead. This tipped over. Set up by Hewitt. Chance here for Dins. Can't jump at it, but still gets it over the net. And this is a little bit better, a little more conventional there from the Pioneers. Kalo able to keep it in play, and Dins will get it over for the Vikings. Another setup, this to the middle. And a good kill. Just tapping it over was Zoe Rose Keene, sorry. Her first kill of the night. And stops a little bit of a run for the Vikings. This is the libero Ricola, who spikes it, and that's just an awkward one to deal with. That's a really, really good serve. And Kaylee Fry just kind of put her hands up, didn't know how to receive that one. I don't blame her. Tied back up at 10. Supernand able to dig this one out, gets it up to Zunker, set to Fry. Fry loops one over the net. This is to that far left side, or right side, check that, and it's in. Good kill over there that I believe was number 9, Halen Retzloff. interesting font that the Pioneers have. Little difficult to read, but cool looking red numbers, red numbers on their jerseys. And they'll say that that was not a legal way to return that from Kaylee Fry. So here's a good run for the Pioneers. They're on a 4-0 run, and they lead it by 2 here in this first set. And Fry having a little more difficulty here as Rickola just continues to go Fry's direction. And now a 5-0 run. This one's out of bounds as Rickola again looking to that left side of the Vikings side of the court, right side as she was seeing it. Over where Fry was in the back court. Here's Dins. Oh, that is perfect from Dins. First ace for the Vikings, and you couldn't have placed it in the corner any better. If the line needed to be repainted, that would have done it. That was terrific from Dins. This time tipped over. Nice pressure from Fry to force the tip. Supernand off the block, out of bounds, and ties it back up. Vikings, when they can get into sync offensively, they are fun to watch. It's just a matter of getting that first pass down. There's another kill for Volkman, and Pioneers retake the lead. But I suppose if it was that easy, we would all be playing it, wouldn't we? Laxinen back in, and she'll step back to the service line for the Pioneers, who have a 1-point lead over the Vikings. Excuse me. Dug out by Kalo, and once again Supernand over the block, and a finesse from Elena Supernand gives her second kill and ties this back up. Can Geneva Hewitt and the Vikings get a little momentum from the service line? We will find out right now. Hewitt dug out well, near side, good swing. That's Andre again. Joe Andre with her 3rd kill. Andre with the big left arm swing. That's the 2nd time we've seen it on that left side. Dins a little loose on that reception, and an unforced error for the Vikings. Gives another ace to the Pioneers. Back at the service line, by the way, this is number 5, Quellar. Fry will get a chance to swing at one, and Quellar couldn't quite handle it. So the Vikings are staying right there. Kuski and Chemnitz into the game. Kuski will head back to the service line. Good swing there from Kaylee Fry, getting her 1st kill. Good serve from Kuski. Middle set, there's Andre again. That is unlucky for the Vikings. And you'll take anything you can get offensively. That one hit the tape and just crawled down and just bounced inside of that blue line on the top side of the court. Good serve this time. Kuski looking back over to Chemnitz. Chemnitz outside swings, and it's in. Paints the back end of the court. And the Vikings just staying in it. That's a great swing. 2nd kill of the night for Peyton Chemnitz. Supernand, somewhat quiet start so far. Chemnitz able to swing at the free ball over. Here's another chance for the Vikings. Outside set, there's Dins off of the Kuski set, and this thing's tied. 4th kill of the night for Dins. She leads the Vikings. This is all part of that rotation that Coach Recker liked so much on Friday, and why wouldn't he? This was part of the crew that really gave some troubles to Waupun, and they're doing the same thing to the Pioneers tonight. That one into the net from Difford. Vikings regain the lead. Supernan still at the service line. Better dig this time. And somehow forced over, almost willed over by Andre. Andre dives again, able to get it. This time it's killed by Peyton Chemnitz. And she finishes it off with her third kill of the night. Timeout, Sevastopol. The Vikings on a 4-0 run. They lead by 2. Back with more on WLA TV after this. So the Vikings on a 4-0 run have regained a 2-point lead here in this first set as they look to get off to a good start against the Sevastopol Pioneers. Supernan, this one's a little bit off pace and potentially giving Sevastopol some problems. No, good swing from Difford, who went off the block of Chemnitz. That was a tough swing for Difford. That's her second kill of the night. And she was almost past that 6-foot line. So, or 10-foot line, whatever. You know what I mean. My volleyball vocabulary is not up to task yet. We're working on it. Kuski finds Dins. Dins swings, it's deep, and this thing's tied up once again. This one dug out from Supernan. Kuski looking far side to Dins, over the block. Dug out well. Vikes going to get a chance at one here with Kuski. Back to Dins. That's been the combination so far. Dins off of the dig of Quellar. And Dins the first into the 5-kill or more category tonight. Andrea Kalo back into the game. And not sure what we're checking, just making sure that we're all good before we continue. And Kalo will serve it over. That's a tough one to deal with. Chemnitz at the net. Nice job by the Pioneers. Dug out by Kalo. Kuski. Dins off the tape, off of Chemnitz, and out of bounds. Tied back up at 20. And once again, I'd like to remind you, any stat I give tonight is very unofficial because I didn't grow up scoring volleyball. So we do our best up here. And we have fun with it. Here's a serve that troubles the Vikings. Going to give a free ball back to the Pioneers. Can they make do with something here? This one's deep with a tip. Volkman's 4th kill of the night. She knew it right away as soon as she hit it that it was tipped. And give the point to the Pioneers. It's been a game of just these small little runs. Here's another one. This is an ace for Difford. And Sam Difford having a good first set. And since that timeout, Pioneers have played much better. It's going to force one from the Vikings, who trail by 2 here in this first set. Back after this. All right, so can the Vikings come back and salvage this first set? That's the question. They had match point or set point against them in the first set against Waupun on Friday, able to fight back and win that first set. Here's a tough one off the ceiling. Probably helped the Vikings there. Might have saved a point for them. Here's another swing. This one's deep. So there's a potential turning point for the Vikes, as Keene not able to get that one to stay in. Zunker Fry back in for the Vikings. And that was I think that was 6 Volkman again, who thought hers was probably going to fall after Supernan's pass attempt went caroming off the ceiling, and just kind of the way that the ceiling is slanted kind of brought it back into play for the Vikings. Here's a free ball for the Vikes. Fry in the center, lobs this one over. Gonna have a battle at the net. Fry wins that. Pioneers get a swing. Dug out by Supernan. Zunker tipped over by Dins. That's not the greatest pass in the world, and it's gonna give another free one to the Vikes. Ooh, that's I agree with the Pioneers. They thought that was a double from Zunker. It's off the block and down. Couldn't tell if that was Fry or Hewitt. Doesn't really matter if you're the Vikings, but I think they did miss one there. I think Zunker got away with a double. And now a free ball. Dins spikes it back down, and there is Dins' 6th kill of the night. That forces another Sevastopol timeout. We'll take it with them. Vikes lead by 1. So the Pioneers took a timeout, got 4 straight points. Vikes take a timeout, they get 3 straight points. Now the Pioneers with another timeout. Vikes lead by 1. 23-22. Zunker scored 3 straight at the service line. Check that, 2 straight at the service line. And here's a chance for Dins on that far side. Tips it over, and Dins knew it, yeah. Caught that one a little bit heavy on the tip. The libero, Ricola, back for the Pioneers. She looks back at Fry. She had success going there earlier. Can Kaylee Fry get one down on that far side? Not able to. Ricola spikes it over. Chance for Hewitt. Hewitt into the net with that swing. And we have the first set point for the Pioneers. Bailey Ricola. Good serve here. That's into the basketball hoop. And the first set goes to the Pioneers with the 4th ace of the first set. And Ricola's 3rd kill. 25-23, Sevastopol leads after their impressive first set win. And it was back and forth the entire time. Ended with the Pioneers on top. We'll take a timeout. You're watching WLA Girls Volleyball on WLA TV. Stay with us. Welcome back here to WLA. Haven't put it up there yet, but I'm sure it will be shortly. The Sevastopol Pioneers win that first set, so they lead at 1-0. And Dins to the service line for the Vikings, trying to even this up. Off the block, Fry gets another chance, and her second kill of the night comes here in the second set. She had one unofficial kill in the first set. Dins led the team with 6 kills in the first. Good swing this time. Again, this block on the near side of Fry and Hewitt. Fry with another one. Fry has 3 blocks here in this first part of the second set. Free ball, and Supernan can't get her hand over the top of that one. That's a big missed opportunity for the Vikes as this is tied back up. Laxonen serving for the Pioneers. That's another good one. Dug out by Kalo. Kalo's going to have the back line swing that time. Andre into the block. And that one was touched 4 times. So a point for the Vikings. Here's Hewitt into the net. And Hewitt will take a seat for Riley Lair. Tied up here at 2. This is Quellar at the service line. Chance here for Fry. Oh, through the block. Beautiful from Kaylee Fry. Quickly with 2 kills here in this second set. And she'll take a seat here on this rotation as Kuski and Chemnitz into the game for Fry and Zunker. And talked to Coach Recker a little bit about this. And normally Hewitt, who we just saw check out of the game for Riley Lair, is Kuski across the service line. And this one into the net. Good attempt there from 15. That's, or 14, sorry, that's Difford, who almost got it to go, but just hit the tape and crawled back onto the Pioneer side. Second chance for Kuski. I'll finish that thought on Hewitt in a moment. Big swing from Andre, dug out well by Dins, set up by Supernan and pushed over by Peyton Chemnitz. Another chance for the Pioneers. This off the block and down. That's number 13, Rebecca Andre. Joe Andre, sophomore, and Rebecca Andre, senior. And Rebecca's back at the service line now. Zunker's going to get a chance to set Supernan. Oh, she kept it down. Beautiful top spin on that one. Got it to land in bounds. That's her first kill of this second set. Third of the night for Supernan. She's back to serve now. This one's just out. But I believe this is Volkman back there. And an ace. Again, hard to see these numbers. That's the 5th ace of the night for Sevastopol. Larry able to dig this one up. Dins far side, swings at it, dug out well. And a swing on this near side, into the net from Difford. Vikes retake the lead. Into the game is the libero tonight for the Vikings, Andrea Kalo. Also in Hewitt. And that's something that Coach Recker just given Geneva Hewitt a chance to sit down and collect herself a little bit. Kalo, good serve. Good dig, not the greatest passing from Sevastopol that time. They've been terrific tonight. Here's Hewitt back in, and this one's deep. Could see her motioning closer towards the net. That one was a little bit far away for her. You could tell with the swing, she's talking to Kuski about it right now. Straightening some things out with the sophomore. Here's Difford. That's a dangerous pass into the net from Kalo, and will give the first lead of this second set to the Pioneers, who lead it 1-0. Kalo digs that one out. Kuski to Chemnitz. Chemnitz, that's gave some problems, made Sevastopol think about it. Into the block once again. This is Volkman. She's been quiet after a hot start. This one's deep from Madeline Volkman. And it'll tie it back up. Time for Fry and Zunker to report back in for the Vikings, and Zunker will retake service duties. Good serve from Zunker, dug out by Rickola. Into the block from Volkman once again. Volkman's gonna get another shot at it. This one's through the block, but it's deep from Madeline Volkman. Vikes retake the lead. Yeah, it's so mentally taxing. And couldn't tell what the switch was here. So now they're gonna say it was tipped, I guess. Took a long time to make that call. That's all I'll say about it. Zunker sets it up here to Dins, and Dins into the net. That's a big call, all things considered. I mean, the Vikes retaking the lead versus Sevastopol able to get a little bit more momentum. And Riccola's going to try to punish the Vikings, although they probably shouldn't be punished for it. Yeah. Anyways. They're going to give it to the Vikings. Someone net interference? Tell you what, I'm doing my best, but they explain it to the coaches because they're standing right there. I don't get an explanation because I'm 50 feet away, so I'll do my best. Here's a chance into the block. Somehow kept alive from Supernan and over by Hewitt. Nice job by the Vikings. This one's tipped up by, and yeah, that was very much lifted and carried over the net from Andre. Tie this thing up. Dins to the service line. This one's into the net. Couple into the net tonight for Dins when she's served. And the Vikes trail once again. Joe Andre back in. As is number 4, Sasha Laxinen. Done a nice job serving for Sevastopol tonight. And this is, it's not, not the best pass from Dins, but Vikings had a couple of players just standing there watching. This one's, again, a loose pass from Kalo this time. And the Vikings having some of those passing issues creep back into their game. It's part of the reason why they lost on the road at Mayville 3-1. Here's Laxinen, dug out by Dins. Zunker over to Supernan, has to tip it over the block. Andre over, and Volkman's got 5 kills. Her first kill of the second set, her first kill in what seems like forever. And this is a very nice run from the Pioneers. They lead by 4. Laxinen, Kalo digs it out. Set to this near side. Hewitt off the tape. And Fry lifted that one up. Laxinen finds Dins. More suspect passing. Supernan won't get that one over. And it's a 6-point lead. This is going to force a timeout from the Vikes. They trail by 6. You're watching WLA Girls Volleyball on WLA TV. So, shaky part of this set for the Vikings. And they trail by 6. Better pass that time from Dins. Zunker finds Fry, and she's just a little wide. Once again, wide to that left side for Fry. Laxonen will keep going. Good pass this time once again. Better passing from the Vikings. You'll hope that some of these swings will find their way in if the Vikings can continue to give opportunities to their offensive players. The problems for the Vikings that are consistently problems are when they don't pass well. Fry able to somehow will that one over. This one into the block, in the solo block from Geneva Hewitt gets it done. 4th kill of the night for Geneva Hewitt. And can the Vikings get a little momentum? Hewitt will be the one back to serve and attempt to do just that for the Vikes. There you go. That's much better from Hewitt. When she gets her serves in, they're problems for the opponent. And some miscommunication there between Fry and Zunker, and that one hits the gym floor harmlessly. Hewitt will take a seat once again for Lair. And Quellar back to serve for the Pioneers. Dins, better pass once again. And this swing is into the double block from Supernan. Well done there from the Pioneers. Quellar, this is a tough one to deal with. And there's another ace. That's the 6th of the night for the Pioneers. Vikings have just one. Just kind of one of the several ways that highlight the defensive difference between these two tonight that have really led to, well, certainly in the second set. Don't want to say much about the first set because it really has not been super dominating. Another point for the Pioneers. This set is up by 11. That first set again was 25-23, so not to say that they've just, since the very top, and I think Zunker was into the net there. What's the call? They're going to give it to the Vikings. If you needed a 50-50 to go your way, Vikings do now. They got to go on a Siri Kuski type of run. And I said that intentionally because Siri Kuski's heading to the service line. They need one of her 7 or 8-0 streaks from the service line. And again, like, I don't want to make it sound like Kuski's acing everything on these opportunities, but they play well when she's at the service line. Not this time. That was a terrific swing, good kill. I believe that was Is that Volkman? That might have been Differt again. Nonetheless, this is a dominating second set for the Pioneers. This time, Supernan able to get another kill. Just her 4th of the night. Vikings trying to chip in and at least make the Pioneers think about it here in this second set. Good serve from Supernan. This is a great set. Right to the left arm of Joe Andre. And the sophomore punishes the ball. That's her 5th kill. I believe this is Stuber. This one, Kuski looking near side. Bernard able to get it up and over. This swing somehow creeps over and down for Sam Differt. And don't get me wrong, the Vikings have no business winning this set. They've played very poorly in this set, but don't need those breaks going against you on top of it. Supernan's going to be short, and that's about as dominating as it gets. A 25-12 win in the second set, and the Vikes trail by 2-0. 2 sets to nothing here tonight. We'll reset things, come back with the third set. You're watching on WLA TV. Stay with us. Well, if you are a Vikings fan, you need not look back any further than Friday to know that this match isn't over. The Vikings won the first 2 sets against Waupun fairly similarly to the way that Sevastopol has won them tonight. Close first set, a little bit more distance between them in the second set. Actually, the Vikings won their second set by a wider margin as this first serve from Ricola once again targeting Fry, and now they're going to change it around are the Vikings. They're going to let Supernan return that. This might be a better option. Fry over the block, tipped it, and there's Fry's 4th kill. That's a good adjustment from Coach Recker to defensively try to mitigate Ricola, who is trying to target Fry at that service when she was serving over on that left side. This is into the block. Saved by Ricola. Over by Sevastopol. Free one for the Vikes. Here's a chance for Hewitt off the block. Tough one to deal with. Swing for Volkman, who gets her 6th kill of the night. Terrific job by the Pioneers. Megan Doyle into the game for the Vikes. But anyways, getting back to that Waupun comparison. You know, the Vikes, they probably felt pretty good after two sets. 27-25, 25-10. And 3 straight wins for the Warriors give them the win on Friday. Here's Geneva Hewitt. This is a terrific serve. Tough to deal with. And Sevastopol's just going to have to loop it over. Hewitt pass to Zunker. Zunker looks for Bernard. Bernard cross court with that swing. Dug out well. A swing in the middle. And this is Andre. Dug out by Doyle. This time it's Supernand off the block. Another chance here for Bernard. Tipped over. And this one's deep. Yeah, you bet. Just a little bit deep. It was a good swing from Joe Andre, but not able to keep it in bounds. And the Vikes lead by a point. Hewitt. Oh, and that's some miscommunication. And just the second ace of the night for the Vikings. And it comes off of the arm of Geneva Hewitt. Hewitt again. This one is into the net. Hewitt's going to stay in this time. Good dig by Supernand. Fry's going to get free on this side off the block. And point to the Vikings. They lead at 5-3. Kuski Chemnitz into the game. That was Quellar at the line. Service line that last time for the Pioneers. Good serve by Kuski. Dealt with well. Into the block from Difford. Difford will get another chance at it. She doesn't miss this time. Difford's 5th kill of the night. And Rebecca Andre get a chance to serve for the Pioneers, who trail by a point. But they lead at 2-0. Vikes trying to get back into this one, force a 4th set, and then make Sevastopol think about it. Here's Andre. Nice dig from Hewitt. Bernard able to tip it over, somehow able to tip it over the block. Good swing this time once again, dug out by Doyle. Cross court from Kuski, off the tape from Supernand. Free one, and Bernard finishes it off. Good job there from Sabrina Bernard. That's her 1st kill. This is Supernand back to the service line, and Melina Din's almost tripped getting back into the game. Here's Supernand deep. She knew it right as soon as she hit it. Hewitt passes to Kuski. Kuski looks for Bernard. Back set. Nice job for Bernard, but hey, Chemnitz with the block. I was going to say dealt with well from Sevastopol, but Peyton Chemnitz was there to send it back the way it came. Here's Kalo. This one is a terrific serve, dug out by Ricola, and it's just going to be bumped over. Here's Hewitt. Hewitt looks to the back line. Nice job there, tipped over the block. Kuski not able to set this time because she was playing defense, but a nice job once again, Geneva Hewitt, 6th kill of the night. Hewitt's got 2 kills here in this third set. Vikes with a little bit of momentum. Here's Kalo. Good service once again. This one not blocked at all, I don't think. Chemnitz was there should she be needed. Timeout Sevastopol. They trail by 4. You're watching WLA Volleyball on WLA TV. Back after this. Well, since the first set, the Vikes have been searching for momentum. Finally, they have some. And it's in the form of a 4-point lead right now. Here's Kalo. This one is another good serve that forces Ricola back. She's had a really nice night. Tipped over by Chemnitz. And a chance for the Pioneers. This time Kuski, though, will set it up to Dins for the Vikings. Tough one to deal with. And instead of having 3 Pioneers collide, it hits the floor. Vikes lead by 5. Yeah, Ricola obviously has had a nice night at the service line, but also done a phenomenal job defensively, which is, I suppose, what you're there for if you're a libero, is good defense and some terrific serves, which is what she's done. Kuski looks to the center to Chemnitz. Chance here to this near side. Good swing off the block and down is Sam Difford. Difford's got 6 kills tonight. Pioneers back within 4. And Jess Pino into the game for the Vikings. And I think that was just a terrific Difford swing. And as is the case with the risk you take going up for a block, I think that's perhaps what happened in that situation. Chemnitz gets it over for the Vikings, but it's a free one for the Pioneers. Off the Viking block. Kuski looking for Dins. Dins with the left-handed push set over. Kuski goes back to Dins. This is a better set, and that is a phenomenal swing from Elena Dins, who gets her first kill since the first set. It's been forever, and she has 7 on the night. Zunker and Fry back in for their rotation for the Vikes. And Zunker will serve it. Here is Mary Zunker. That was another nice serve. Vikes have been much more consistent getting their serve in tonight, with the exception of a couple of opportunities. That was a vicious swing from Dins. And it ends up turning into a point as Volkman goes deep. But again, Bailey Ricola. How about her defensively? Zunker. This is a better swing this time. Supernan's on the floor to save it for the Vikes. Once again, a good save. Once again, the Vikes hitting the floor. Supernan maybe rushed it a little bit, but I don't mind that aggression, and I don't think Coach Recker did either. They still lead by 5. Ricola back to the service line. This one is deep. And as it goes with the curse of the commentator, I apologize to Bailey Ricola. Dins. That was a good serve. I think that was going to be in. The Pioneers couldn't determine whether it was going to be in or not. Block off of, I believe that was Pino. We'll credit Pino with her first kill of the night. Dins, another good serve. Giving the Pioneers a little bit of problems. Dins on the floor. Gets it up, and Zunker to Supernan. There's another one for the Vikings. Supernan has 5, and the Vikings lead by 8. Well, well, well. Oh, the tide has turned in this one. Now again, Sevastopol, all these players have played enough to know that one set isn't the end of the world, especially another kill for Supernan. She's got 6, especially when you have a 2-0 lead. But hey, this is very reminiscent of what happened on Friday night. Another one for the Vikings. They lead by 10. And it's kind of funny. I had a conversation with Coach Recker. He said that's just the second time that his team has held a 2-0 lead and lost in 5. And that one's out. Another point for the Vikings. Good swing that time. I think that was Stuber, not able to keep it in. And after he said that, I said, well, how many times have your teams been down to and won it in 5 sets? He said only once, sorry. So he's only played in those types of games 3 times, or only coached in those types of games 3 times. There's another kill for Sevastopol. Get it back within 10. And Doyle back in for Dins. Again, strategy from Coach Recker just to give some of these hitters a chance off in the back row and give them a chance to just mentally take a little bit of a break. Another one for Supernan. She's turning it on. She's got 7 now, 3 in this set. But wouldn't that be something if Coach Recker, before this, 2 blown, on either side, he's only been in 2 of those types of games where you got to come back 2-0. He could be in 2 in 5 days. Incredible. Here's a good swing and a finish. That's Joe Andre. Her 6th kill of the night. That one's short. Dug up by Supernan. Zunker's going to try to find Supernan over the single block, and she finishes her 8th. Elena Supernan starting to cook. Kuski Chemnitz will replace Fry Zunker. And Kuski will serve. Ricola passes it up, off the block, and finished. That's Differt once again. She's got 7 kills. Chemnitz, Kuski, back to Chemnitz. Chemnitz jumps off the block. And down for Sevastopol. I think that's Andre. And again, I have Andre for 7. She might have a couple of more kills that have come off those blocks. Doyle not able to get to that one. And momentum starting to shift back towards the Pioneers, which even if they don't win this set, I gotta believe they would love to collect some of that momentum before we head to a fourth set and, you know, a potentially deciding one. Doyle, better pass this time to Kuski. Looks for Supernand off the block and out. Supernand once again nearing double-digit kills. Dins back in for Doyle. Supernand, this one into the net, just a miss hit. That's her second or third service error of the night for Elena Supernand. And the Vikes 4 points away from forcing a fourth set. Then you'll, hey, you know what? You let force that fourth set, start to make them sweat. Play well for the first part of that fourth set. Then they start to believe that you can come back, and so do you. That's a good swing. Giffords got another one. She's got 8. This set ain't over though for the Vikings. They're only 4 points away, but they had a substantial lead, or at least a reasonable lead over Waupun in the 5th set. They were to 9 before Waupun was to 6, and the Vikes not able to pull that one out. So this one isn't over. That's out. And Difford is pleading for a tip. I didn't see it, neither did the refs. And the point is to the Vikings. Not saying I don't believe her, just saying I didn't see it. And the refs didn't either, which is why the Vikings have another point in their column. They lead it by 8. Kalo to the service line. This is a good one from Andrea Kalo. Good passing from the Pioneers. Results in a swing. And I think they got Pino that time. Just Pino, net interference. Point back to the Pioneers. Difford on the serve this time. Blocked back to the Vikings side. They got to try to get it over. Able to, and finish from Zoe Rose Keene. That's her second kill of the night. And Sevastopol just chipping back into this. 22-16 when a couple of minutes ago you thought this might be the type of loss that the Vikings suffered in the second set. Now Sevastopol believes they might be able to come back into this thing. Here's a swing from Pino. Dug out well by Difford. Swing for the Pioneers. Kept up. Dins looks back to this near side. Tipped by Pino. Kept alive once again by Ricola. And finish. Can't tell the number on that far side. I think it's Quellar. No, 9. That's Retzloff. Her second kill of the night. Kuski's looking this near side. Finds Chemnitz. Chemnitz pushes it. What a job by Ricola. Off the block and down. Another kill for Volkman. Timeout for the Vikings, as just like that, the Pioneers are back within 4. This third set isn't over. We'll finish it up right after this on WLA TV. Well, what are the magic words of encouragement? That's the question that I'm sure Coach Recker's trying to figure out right now. How does his team just will themselves to a fourth set? You'll take that right now. Difford Pass to Kalo. Kuski gets it to Chemnitz. Good hit by Chemnitz. Back row swing for the Pioneers. Kuski looks over to Dins. Dug out once again by the Pioneers. Here's another opportunity. Kalo digs it out. Chemnitz over the top, and yeah. It looked like it, and she did. Carried that one over. Pioneers within 3. What a comeback this would be. I don't know the fullest extent of how big this run is for the Pioneers, but it is something special. Here's another swing off the block. Tipped over by Pino. Back set. Swing. Pino tips it up again. Kuski looks far side. Dins swings at it off the ceiling. Ricola stays with it, as does the rest of the Pioneers, but it goes out this near side. You're just about to say the roof giveth and the roof taketh away, but the Vikings still able to record that point. Kaylee Fry, Mary Zunker check back into the game for the Vikings, who have restored a 4-point lead here in this third set. Vikings need to win it. Here's Zunker. Oh, thought that was going to clip the tape. Oh, that is a phenomenal swing once again from Volkman. Straight off the block and down. Vikes just got to get a couple of them. If only it were that easy. And Ricola is probably not who they want to see at the service line. Here's a chance for Dins to Fry. And into the net was the Pioneers, waiting to see if could see a number there. 1-3. They're going to say Rebecca Andre was into the net. Vikes needed that. Dins to the service line. Ricola passes it up. This is going to be a free one for the Vikings. Oh, man. Dins, Zunker, Fry. Chance for the Pioneers. Tipped over the block, and the Vikes not able to return it back, so back come the Pioneers. They're within 3 once again. It's the second set point for the Vikings. This is Laxonen. Dins passes Zunker, far side, Supernan, that swings long. Sevastopol within 2. Laxonen, Kalo passes Zunker, and the Vikes have not gotten a set for a couple of points now. Here's Zunker looking far side, Supernan. Once again, it's a bump set for the Vikes. They have not passed and given an opportunity, a conventional opportunity to Zunker. And we're going to have another timeout by the Vikings. They need it. 24-23, Vikes trying to force a 4th set right after this on WLA TV. Well, 24 has never seemed further than 25 than it does right now. Vikings have 0 momentum and trail 2 sets to none. Laxonen passed from Dins. There's a better set from Zunker. Fry can only tip it over though. Near side swing for the Pioneers. Fry able to tip it back over. Vikes need a good pass. Kalo does so that time. Supernan just has to get it over. She does. Set up to the near side, off the block. Fry tips it back over. Yeah, she carried that one over. And that call will tie things up. If the wind wasn't completely out of the sails, I don't know how it isn't now. Hopefully the Vikings can pull some momentum back. Free ball over this time. Pino off of Ricola. Pass back over. Here's Supernan. Middle set. Fry. Zunker. Fry. Yes! Kaylee Fry with her first kill of this set. The Vikings retake the lead. This is just how fickle momentum can be. Sevastopol has pulled their way all the way back. You just wonder if it's going to be enough because Vikings only need one more point. Here's a chance for the Vikings. Pass from Lair to Zunker, far side. Oh, off the tape, and it's going to catch the Pioneers off balance, and we're headed to a fourth set, 26-24. The Vikings win it. Put 3 minutes on the clock. We'll be back with the fourth set right after this. You're watching WLA Girls Volleyball on WLA TV.
Attention please, with someone with a black Jeep Wrangler with the license plate number 355ZVB. Your alarm is going off right now. Jeep Wrangler 355ZVB, license plate number. Thank you.
Well, if you hung around after that second set, which Sevastopol won 25-12, you believe that this was not over. Might as well stick around now as well because Vikings win the third set 26-24 and have pulled within a set. Got to win this fourth set. They'll force a fifth and give themselves a chance to do something that only one other team has done for Coach Recker, and that is turn a 0-2 deficit into a 3-2-5 set win. Vikings had that happen to them on Friday night, so I guess you wouldn't mind seeing that happen and get yourself an opportunity to get another one and the first win of this season, actually. It'll be Dins to start it at the service line for the Vikes. Here's Zunker, back set, and she caught Pino off balance. And that's a good start for the Pioneers. They started that third set pretty woefully, did Sevastopol. But fought all the way to the end to make that only a 2-point win for the Vikings. Dins passes to Zunker. Zunker middle set. Fry's been good. She ended that third set very well, did Kaylee Fry. And now she's got her 5th kill. Lair and Doyle into the match for the Vikings, and Lair will serve. I think this is a terrific idea from Coach Recker. You've been able to tell, I think just taking a couple of rotations off for the freshman Milena Dins, who I know is used to playing all the way around for the Vikings. Just giving her the mental break. I think you can see it with the way she's swinging in the front when she gets back in. Supernan thinks this one's going out. It is, and the Vikings lead. Today, the only one to play all the way around has been Elena Supernan. Here's Riley Lair. Lair, another good serve, and that's just the 3rd ace for the Vikings tonight. Compare that to 7 or 8 for Sevastopol. Another chance for Lair. This is not a good pass. Free one, Supernan! Good swing, and she kills it. That's her 10th. Supernan had 5 kills in that 3rd set. That's her 1st in this 4th set. Lair, this one's out. No, it's going to stay in. I think that was a good job from Bernard to keep playing on there. Off the block. And blocking it back down, that was 13, Rebecca Andre, who got her hand and rejected the swing from Elena Supernan. Vikes still lead by 2. Here's Quellar. Zunker, near side Fry. Fry off the block. Once again, Rebecca Andre. She had Sam Differt right next to her, but I think that pretty clearly went off of Andre. And Quellar will try it again. This is a short one. Good pass, though, from Lair. Zunker set up Supernan, and Supernan was just off to the right with that. And we're tied. Quellar and the Pioneers working on a 3-0 run. Chance once again here for Supernan, tips it over the block. And a tip this time from the Pioneers is converted. That's Sam Differt. I got her for 9. She's got to have more than that. And you take into affect her net play as well. Doyle passes, Zunker sets, and finished from Elena Supernan. 11 for her tonight. Tied back up are the Vikings. Siri Kuski, Peyton Chemnitz into the match. And Vikes wouldn't mind going on a little run like they did on Friday, with Kuski at the service line. Good job there from Kuski. Now, okay. Oh. I guess they're going to say it was lifted by the Vikings. I'm not sure about that, but what do I know? Vikes not able to go on a run. Doyle, that was a tough one to deal with. That was a good serve from Rebecca Andre. Andre set up by Chemnitz. Passed by Chemnitz, sorry. Set up by Kuski. Chemnitz into the net. And this has been the strength of the Pioneers. When they start to score, they've been able to string more points together more often than the Vikings have, which you're all saying at home, well, no kidding, that's why they're winning. But they've been very impressive in that fashion, able to go to the service line and be successful. Here's another example of that. That was Keene playing at the net, and it's a 4-point lead for the Pioneers. Doyle passes up to Kuski. Kuski to Chemnitz, that's deep. Chemnitz thought it might have been tipped, it wasn't. And the Pioneers doubling up the Vikings here in this third set. Kuski back set to Supernan. I don't think Elena was expecting it. And Coach Recker going to take a timeout. His girls need it. They trail by 6 here in this 4th set. Vikes trail 2-1. They got to have it to force a 5th. You're watching on WLA TV. And coming out of that timeout, the word for the Pioneers was finish. And they are 14 points away from doing that to the Vikings. Kuski got bumped by Bernard. Chemnitz able to convert it and get it over. Here's a chance off of the block and down. That was different once again. She's into double figures. I'm sure she already was. But via my flawed stat taking, she's into double figures now. Andre doing terrific here from the service line. This goes over from Bernard. Another opportunity for Difford. She converts again. And no mistake who the momentum is on the side of right now. Vikings started this set very well. I believe the lead was 5-4 for the Vikings. Doyle, Kuski trying to keep it on her side. Doyle hammers it over. Outside the line, and Vikes trail by 9. Andre, Doyle passes, Kuski sets, Chemnitz into the net again. Chemnitz is so good when you set her to the middle, but when she's struggled tonight on that left side. Chemnitz trying to pass that one up. It's a free one. Keene bats it down. Supernan not able to pass it back up. Vikes trail by 11. Chemnitz to Kuski. Supernan off the block and down. All right. And the Vikes get some momentum. Supernan has 3 kills in this set, giving her 12 total on the night. And she's serving now. This is a good one. Well done defensively from the Pioneers. Another swing and another kill for Sam Difford, who has 5 in this 4th set, this decisive set. At least it looks to be the decisive set. They lead by 11. They're only 8 points away from finishing this off. Pioneers trying to move to 2-1 on the season. This would put the Vikings at 0-3. Supernan backline swing. This one's into the net. And it's dire straits for the Vikings now. Supernan passes. Kuski looks for Bernard, who's able to get it over. And that's an unforced error. Oh, it's over from the Pioneers. Looked like it was going to be an unforced error from Sevastopol, but they're somehow able to, that's great hustle to win the point there. Really is. They lead it by 13. You just wonder, and I wondered if this was going to happen to Waupun on Friday. It's just, this is why you don't see many 3-set come from behind, or 5-set come from behind wins where you got to win 3 straight. You just don't see it that often. And a chance here for the Vikings as Sevastopol was across the line. Kalo and Pinot back in. As I was saying, you just don't see many of these because you expend so much energy trying to bring it all the way back. And I'm not saying that the other team doesn't also have to expend energy in those sets, but it just seems like an uphill battle the entire time. That's a good swing from Keene. She gets another kill. I don't think Elena Supernan agreed with that one was in. She spent a long time looking backwards and maybe trying to convince herself that it did stay in. That was another terrific serve, this time from Differt. Differt has been so good in this fourth set. Another ace, back-to-back aces. Sevastopol has double-digit aces tonight, and they're within 3 points of sealing this one. Sam Differt, she's gonna flirt with double-digit kills in this set. Forget in the match. Here's a chance for Chemnitz. Rickola able to pass it up. Off the block and down. This is Volkman. Volkman had 6 kills in the first set. Little quiet since then, but that was a big one. Another ace for Differt. Just dropping it into no man's land for the Vikings. This one, Kalo digs it out. Chemnitz, this is deep. And the Sevastopol Pioneers are your winners tonight. They win this final set in dominating fashion, 25-7. And the Vikings are quickly off of the court. Vikes drop this one 3-1 in 4 sets, 25-23 in the first set. 25-12 for the Pioneers in the second set. Vikes battled back to win the third set 26-24. And then this final set got away from the Vikings. They lose it 25-7. So the Vikes fall to 0-3 on the season. A couple of conference losses. This is a non-conference loss for the Vikings. And Sevastopol moves to 2-1 on their season. They have a nice little 2-match winning streak as well. Leaders for the Vikings, Elena Supernan with 12 kills, 7 for Milena Dins, 5 for Kaylee Fry, 4 for Chemnitz, 6 for Geneva Hewitt, and 1 for Pino Bernard. And I think we had Kuski with one maybe, potentially. All very unofficial anyways. Vikings battle back, made it interesting with that third set win, but not able to fight all the way back and get a win this evening. Vikings fall to 0-3 on the season. I'm Jordan King saying so long. Thanks for joining us this evening. We'll be back on Thursday with another home Viking volleyball match, where you can catch all your Viking athletics on WLA TV. Have a good night.